Yeah, we've got a young team, and we have worked so hard on X's and O's and where to be based on what the score is, what the formation is that we're up against, and to put all that pressure on these girls to do that and for them to come out with a win against, who was ranked the #1 team in the state? Sacred Heart. They are awesome, right? For our girls to be able to do that I've never been so proud of them.
What's the secret to your team? I mean, obviously you guys got a lot of chemistry, but I mean, you guys when you match up toe to toe, tail of the tape, you guys are outsized. It looks like in a lot of those games, but you keep winning. You don't allow goals. How is that?
Well, I got to give credit to the girls. We sat down as coaches and we went over defensive formations and strategies and how to cover each other and I didn't know if these girls would be capable of actually picking it up. And not only did they pick it up, I mean, they do it with such fierce intensity. And they just know. They know when to run through a ball. They know when to be patient on defense. They know when to tackle. They know if they have cover, if they don't have cover. And, I mean, a lot of studying on their part. But these are a bunch of smart girls. So they're doing a great job.
Heard you talking about, proving state wrong, that kind of stuff. How big a deal is it just to be undefeated so far this season? And
It's fun. We knew we had good talent coming in. There's no question about it. From the seniors on the team all the way down to the freshmen, we knew we had great talent on the team. So we wanted to give them our best, and they're giving us their best. And we told them at the beginning of the year, we have one goal, and that's to win state. And you're too good individually. They're too good. Technically, they're too good of players. If we can't come together as a group, if we can come together as a group, state should be our goal. And you see that they're coming together as a group.
Coach, is there any challenges at all to this team right now?
Oh, there's challenges. We were just played up against a great challenge. We're going to play against another great challenge on Wednesday against Notre Dame, who's in our region.
We'll talk about this tournament and just all the great teams that are in this tournament, if you don't care.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this tournament and you say, oh my gosh, if we got to advance in this, we got to beat Sacred Heart, and then we got to play the winner of Notre Dame and DuPont, and then you look at the other side and you're like, my gosh, this is almost like the state tournament.
I was going to ask, would you even go so far as to say that it's maybe better than the state tournament? Because there's a lot of teams that just get in just by virtue of where they play.
Yeah, I think that's a good question. I don't think that's fair to say because there's a lot of other good teams in the state, and I mean, heck, we just played a good Ryle team up in our region, and we won 2-0, but they had a few shots on goal, so anything can happen in this game. Our girls need to be able to come out like that every game, but I think that this tournament is definitely one of the strongest tournaments. It's probably the strongest tournament in Kentucky outside of the state tournament.
Do you guys would you say that you watch a lot more film than you do other things? Is that one of the most crucial parts?
Yeah, yeah. We watch a good 2 hours of film every Sunday evening, and we've even invited JV this year to do that. So next year, they'll be on top of things, and I mean we're using software where we're Xing and Oing and marking up. I mean we will watch it. We'll have a 9 or 80-minute soccer game and maybe get through 15 minutes, and that 15 minutes of soccer, and it took us 2 hours to get through that 15 minutes. Wow. But you know what? To have a group of 40 girls in a room and ask them to pay attention for 2 hours on a Sunday evening, it says a lot about these girls because they do. Yeah. They do. I mean, I have fun doing the X's and O's. For them to keep their attention for 2 hours, oh my gosh, and they do a great job of doing it. So.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot to ask them anyway. But
it is.
High school girls, and they got homework and boy friends and whatever.
But let's be fair, because Highlands football team and all the other football teams, they're watching film. So I got 4 daughters myself. So if the boys can do it, the girls can do it.
What about just you're kind of maybe the strongest team going right now at Highlands there.
Step in there.
I appreciate
that was a
Thank
hell
you.
of a game.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Your girls are fun to
Oh,
watch.
thanks. Thanks for
They
having
play
us.
so
I appreciate
hard.
it. Great tournament.
Good coaching.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Sorry, Josh.
I think that's a point that we're making, Coach, when we talk about the tail of the tape and just a heck of a job coaching from you, sir.
We could watch film all day. And if you don't have great players out there, you're not going to beat Sacred Heart. I mean, we've got great players. We've got speed, and where we don't have speed, they have soccer IQ that's, you know, out of this world. So we've got great players.
What are you doing? Or is it just, do they do a lot of that themselves and through the club season and stuff, or are y'all really doing some of that conditioning work too? Because I mean, you don't get fast by, you know, not working at, you know, getting your heart rate going a lot. And
We take conditioning pretty serious. I mean, it's what I do for a living, so we take it pretty serious. And I mean, we've got girls that breakfast is coming up in the morning. They'll run so hard. So we take it serious. We want to be the best conditioned team in Kentucky. That has to be first, and they take that serious. I'll give you an example of how wonderful this team is. We do not have practice scheduled for tomorrow. And they, on the bus down here, they gave me fits. Why don't we have practice scheduled tomorrow? I'm like, I need a day off. But so we are now going to have practice tomorrow. But that's what this team's about.
I mean, so the girls, some of the girls just specifically, who would you like to, who's kind of, I assume there's some senior leaders kind of taking charge, sort of spearheading that, or?
Yeah, you know, like tonight, we got a senior that she might not stand out, but she is, I think she's a Division I player. She'll probably go to Division I. I know some colleagues are interested in her, and that's Kirsten Kluge. I mean, tonight she gave us what we've been wanting her to give, and that was hard work in the middle of the field. Hard work in the middle of the field. You win the middle, I think you win the game. I mean, that's just kind of, you know, our motto. You win the middle of the field, you probably win the game. I think, you know, you got Lindsay Meyer, had, I think it was 17 goals last year as a freshman. As a sophomore this year, she's not scored as much. But guess what? Teams have watched her, and they're putting a lot of their energy on trying to stop her. And she's leading, I think she's leading our team in assists. So she's doing her job, and I think she's might be one of the greatest offensive players in the state. And I think she might only have 5 goals so far this season. But again, she's getting double teamed, and teams know about her from last year. So for me not to talk about Lindsay Meyer, and it's kind of that, hey, let 2 and 3 girls from the opposing team worry about her, because we'll have other girls how to get open.
There was somebody, this may have been one of the girls you mentioned, 17 on the sideline down there. She looked, I mean, you have a couple girls that, I mean, your whole team looks pretty physical, but there's some.
Is that Sydney Osagi, the one that had the goal, 17? I'm terrible with that.
I'm not sure.
I think it's Sydney.
It was somebody, they were playing on the in the second half a lot on that side.
Yeah, forgive me for not knowing who 17 is, but I would guess it's Sydney Osagi. She's a senior. She's going Division I.
Okay.
She's going Division I, and we're really proud of her, and she's one of the most physical, fastest players I've seen. She does a great job.
Where's she going?
She is going to, oh my gosh, I'm the one that talked to the coaches forever for her. It's Youngstown State. Yep, going to Youngstown State. We went to a camp in Moorhead, and they came and visited, and they said, where's she going? And I said, she's been overlooked. And by the end of that camp, they made her a very, very good offer. That right there was probably the greatest coaching moment of my life, to be able to see that. That was awesome. That was more important than tonight.
Congratulations on the great season so far, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
congrats.